Hello everyone, welcome again to Standard 10 Geometry class, Chapter 10 Circles. Students, today we are at the concluding lesson of this circle chapter. So in today's lessons, we are going to discuss some very important points which could be asked in the form of fill in the blanks. Also, we are going to revise the theorems and the important results which we have learned during this chapter and MCQ question. So children, I want you to be ready with notebook and pen, and if possible draw diagrams also. So let us begin. Points to remember: if the circles are separate, that means if they do not intersect, there are at the most two tangents, I mean to say common tangents to the circle. And let us see what are the possible ways to draw those two common tangents. So you are given two circles which are disjoint. So either you can draw common tangents in this way, or you can draw in other way also. So these are the two possible ways. So you note down this point. If the circles are disjoint, then we can draw at the most two common tangents. Right? Now point number 2. If the two circles touch at just one point externally, there are three possible tangent lines that are common to both. So let us see. These are the circles which are touching externally just at one point. So in this three different ways we can draw common tangent to the circles. Next point, if the circles intersect at two distinct points, then there are two tangents that are common to both. So now let us draw intersecting circles. So here is the way of drawing common tangents. Next point, if the two circles touch at just one point with one inside the other, there is just one line that is tangent to both the circle. That means a common tangent. So here the outer circle and one inner circle is given. Inner circle and outer circle, they have one common point, and through that point we can draw a line which is tangent to both the circle. So only one tangent can be drawn. If the circles lie one inside the other, there are no tangents that are common to both. A tangent to the inner circle would be a secant of the outer circle. Let us see how. Here the inner circle and outer circle, they do not have any common point in them. They could be concentric circles or their centers may be different. So if I try to draw a tangent to the inner circle, that would intersect the outer one in two distinct points. So in that case, that will be secant to the outer circle. And if I try to draw tangent to the outer circle, then that will not touch the inner circle. That is why it's not possible to draw common tangent in this case. Understood? Okay. Next point. If given a point in a plane, infinite number of circles can pass through it. If you remember children, we have learned this in standard 9th. If you are given a point, say point O, you can draw infinite number of circles passing through this point O, isn't it? And so on. You can draw infinite circles here. Next, if given two distinct points in a plane, infinite number of circles can pass containing both of them. Now this time you have two distinct points, two different points, point A and point B. Now let us see how can we draw infinite number of circles. This way you go on increasing the radius of the circle, you will get infinite number of circles containing both the points. Next, there exists one and only one circle passing through three non-collinear points. This we have drawn also in standard 9th, if you remember. So take three non-collinear points. Non-collinear points means what? The points which do not lie on a single line or on a line. So these are three different points. Yes. So there exists exactly one circle containing three non-collinear points. And if you remember how we have drawn this circle, what we do? We join these points to get two line segments. Like either you join segment AB and segment BC, or join AC and BC, or join AB and AC. Anyway, try to get two segments. Then you draw perpendicular bisectors of those two line segments, and the point where the perpendicular bisectors meet each other, that point is the center. We consider it as a center. From that center, you take distance is equal to any one of these points. So consider that distance as a radius, and if you draw a circle, that will pass through all the 3 points. Understood? Now we'll see the theorems which we have learned during this chapter. A tangent to a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Then the second theorem we have learned, the lengths of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. The center lies on the bisector of the angle between the two tangents. If a line in a plane of a circle is perpendicular to the radius at its outer end or at its end point on the circle, then that line is a tangent to the circle. For all these points, you can refer previous videos. You will get all these results there. We have proved some in the form of theorem, some in the form of examples, but you will get all these results. Now MCQ question. In the figure, here the figure is given to you. PA and PB are tangents such that PA is equal to 9 cm and angle APB is equal to 60 degree. Find the length of the chord AB. Right? And the options are 4 cm, 7 cm, 6 cm and 9 cm. So children, let me give you the hint how to solve this. So PA and PB, these are the tangents drawn from the exterior point to the circle, and according to the theorem, they both are equal. So PA is equal to PB is equal to 9 cm. Right? So this triangle is now an isosceles triangle because two sides are equal. Length of one angle is given 60 degree. So that means the sum of other two angles will be 180 minus 60, 120. But this triangle is an isosceles triangle, so base angles would be equal. So angle A is equal to angle B and its sum is 120 degree. So each angle will be of 60 degree. That means this triangle is an equilateral triangle because the measure of all three angles is 60 degree. So it's an equilateral triangle, therefore length of the chord AB is also 9 centimeter. Isn't it? So the correct option is option D, 9 centimeter. So that's all for today's lesson, children. We'll meet with some more math lab activity. I hope you all have purchased journals up till now. So next video lesson will be on math lab activity. So till then, goodbye.